Hello, Terry here with FormerlyME at FormerlyME.com, and happy Friday, everyone. Hopefully you've had a great week. And in today's motivational mindset, I want to talk to you about achieving success. So I was asked a while back, how do you achieve success? How do you prioritize things? Because the person was overwhelmed. And I was like, you know what? That's a great question. So here's the deal. If you want to achieve success, you must prioritize things to the most important thing that you must get done every single day and focus on exactly what it's going to take to get that thing done. Every day is an opportunity for you to achieve success, but there's so many different things that tend to come our way, and it can be overwhelming, and I greatly understand that. Okay. But you must prioritize things. Otherwise, here's what's going to happen. If you do not take appropriate action, you're going to find yourself in a mode of reaction every single day. Don't wait for things to happen. Do not wait to be in reactionary mode, because it is stressful when you are reacting to things versus taking appropriate action to achieve things. You're in control. You control what you do every single day. I hear it all the time. Oh, I've got all these things to do. And that's great. There's nothing wrong in having things to do. I've got things to do every single day. But you must take control of the things that you do, or in other words, narrow it down, filter it down to the most important thing that you must get done. For example, if the most important thing for you to do today is to go outside and watch the sunrise, great. That's important for you. If the most important thing for you to do is sit on the couch and play video games all day, that's important to you. However, if the most important thing for you is to go to the gym, work out for 2 hours, run 4 miles, and get in better shape, that's important. If you're trying to go to school, the most important thing for you to do might be to follow up with that school, or apply or do something. There's always something that can be done every single day. And if you don't know what to do, then ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. There's always someone who knows what the answer is. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You don't. And some people get overwhelmed to the point to where you can't even take action at all. There's opportunity every single day for you to do something. Don't be in reactionary mode. I'll share a quick story with you. I remember years ago, I used to have these to-do lists. I used to take a piece of paper with just lines on it, and at the top it said things to do. And I would sit there and I would write out 25 things on a piece of paper. And if I had more than 25 things to do, I would get another piece of paper and write 25 more things. It got to the point to where I would have 2, 3, 4 pieces of paper of like, gosh, I've got all these things to do, but I don't know where to begin. It was overwhelming to look at. And I just could not filter, could not prioritize what the most important thing was that I had to get done that day. I just started doing things and just started checking things off. And even though, yeah, it was kind of cool to look at and say, gosh, look at all these things that I did. I did this, I did that, I did this, but I still have these other things to do. What I did is I would always do the easiest things first, and then I got to a point where I got stuck on the hardest things. Now I've flipped that. Now here's what I do. I take a look at what I have to do, and I still kind of have some to-do lists, but they're not really to-do lists that I must take action on right now immediately. I have them, they're parked. It's like what I like to call parking tasks. So I park things onto a big to-do list, and then I prioritize those things. Here's what's most important. Here's what's least important. And then I work my way from top to bottom. Here's the most important thing I must do today. Boom. Now it goes over onto a new thing, onto a new sheet of paper on what I like to call the bottom line up front planning method. Here's the bottom line up front. This is what I must get done today. Here's the things that it's going to take to get that thing done. And then I start doing those things. That gives me a system in which to prioritize the most important thing that I must get done that day in order for it to be considered a success. And then I do that thing. So often I hear people say, I'm bored. That's great. I love being bored. I'm just going to be honest with you. I have a lot of things to do. outside of FormerlyME, I actually run 30 completely different businesses online. Believe me, I'm overwhelmed. I have a lot of things going on. But there's time. There's time every single day to get something done. If you go an entire day and you didn't achieve something, you didn't put forth a good effort. I guarantee that you have things that you need to get done. And here's another thing. I hear people talk about, oh, I don't have time, I don't have this, but yet never did anything, but yet want to come back and complain about, well, I don't have time. Well, gosh, you did have time. You just didn't prioritize what was most important, and you didn't take action on that thing in order to do that thing that is important. Look, you have exactly what it takes to get things done every single day. But instead of standing by and waiting for things to happen, you must take appropriate action every day to make things happen. Focus on what's important so that you do not have to focus on what becomes urgent. And that's my key message for today. Focus on what's important instead of what is urgent, because when you wait for things to become urgent, you will get overwhelmed. You will get stressed out. You will buckle under the pressure. Now, I get it. Some people may enjoy that. Some people may love the pressure. Some people may wait until things are just so overwhelmingly, gosh, I've got 1,000 things to do. And that's what motivates you. And that's what inspires you. And that's what gets you, ready to do something. And I used to do the exact same thing. I used to wait and wait and wait and wait. And I was like, man, I've got 50 million things to do. I'm stressed out. I have no idea. But that's what would motivate me to get things done, because I'm like, you know what? This has to get done now. And I got to do this. It was almost as if that adrenaline rush was needed in order to take action. Because have you ever noticed that when you have all the time in the world, you're like, okay, I'm going to go about life and just do whatever. And next thing you know, oh crap, I got to get this done. There are people that are adrenaline junkies, kind of like that right there, to where they need that rush of, oh, I'm late, I'm going to get my butt handed to me, and I have to do this now, urgent. Things don't have to be that way. You don't have to make things urgent on purpose to do things. All right. And I noticed that when I started planning properly, when I started taking advantage of the time that I have and get those important things done, I noticed that it opened up other time to do other things. It allowed for other things. And believe me, there's nothing like the feeling of having things done versus having things to do. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy having things to do, but I enjoy having things done more than I like having things to do. Because when I got time, it allows me to think more clearly. When I have time, it allows me to be more creative. But when I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed out, I'm moving from urgent thing to urgent thing to urgent thing, putting out fire, so to speak, I don't have very much creativity. I don't want to create. Gosh, at that point, I don't even want to do any work. I just want to shut down, turn off the world, and just do whatever. You can't really do that. Okay. You have to take control of your day, take control of your life, take control of your actions, take control of the things that you can control. But in order to do that, you must first take responsibility for the things that you control. I see a lot of people that try to blame other people for things that they can take control of. Oh, well, it's this. Oh, well, it's that. And it's not my fault. It's just this. I'm being very generic here because I don't want to say certain things, but you need to be able to take responsibility for the things that you can do and the things that you can control, because you know what? You have exactly what it takes to get things done every single day. When you take ownership and you take control and then you take appropriate action, those three things right there alone will help you achieve success. But in order to do that, you must filter it down to the most important thing you must get done every day, and then go do that thing. All right. So once again, thanks for watching. I know that I know I talked about a lot of different things, but If you enjoy the things that I'm doing here on Formerly Me, I would greatly appreciate it if you go over to my channel. The link is in the description below. And if you want to connect with more of my content over on my channel, Terry Wade Thompson, you can do so. Link is in the description. I look forward to seeing you over there. If you leave me a comment, if you enjoy the things that I'm doing here on Formerly Me, please leave me a comment. I do personally comment on all of the comments using my channel. And I look forward to reading your feedback. I look forward to reading your comments. I look forward to continuing to motivate and inspire you so that you can become the best version of yourself. So from Jim West and myself, Terry Wade Thompson, this has been Formerly Me.